What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to GHET-TO Sports, sports talk with street flavor. Once again, check out the gear, Harlem, GHET-TO Sports and Harlem.com. Get your gear, it's better than TikTok. All right, so let's get to the point. NBA, we're gonna start with the NBA today. They was crying, talking about LeBron, make a decision so we can make our schedule. So we got some games coming out right now. The Knicks will have a rematch with the Spurs on Christmas Day, 12 noon at the Garden. Do you like that? Do you like that? Rematch of the finals on Christmas. Let's see what happens. Then we have the Lakers playing the Sixers on Christmas in LA. LeBron goes home or back to LA where the family's at. Open presents in the daytime and go play ball in the nighttime. Just like old times, but on a different team. Will him and Bronny square up against each other? The way he didn't want to square up against Kobe? Don't forget about that. Y'all should never forget about that. Now, we got the Knicks opening day, ring day, banner being raised at the Garden, playing the Sixers. Okay? Putting in everybody's head that the Sixers are coming for the Knicks. Or is this the Knicks challenge? So they got the Sixers, day one, at the Garden, playing the Knicks. Is that setting the tone for the year in the East, in the NBA? We will see. We will see what happens with that. It's going to be a scary event, but we will be ready. Okay? Then we still got off-season things happening. Kawhi and his contract problems with the Clippers. Toronto still don't want to touch him, but they might. You know, he will play in Toronto. And before training camp opens, we will know the outcome of this situation. Will Toronto have to pay a fine to keep Kawhi, or would that go back to the Clippers? Okay? We will see what happens. We will see what happens. Everything is talking about the East Coast right now. No one's really talking about out West. You know, the Lakers, San Antonio, Houston. I think Houston, we have a problem. You know, y'all didn't have a point guard last year. Y'all have one this year. What will happen with Houston? But not even to talk about that. Don't get too much wrapped up in the NBA because their preseason is not even here yet. Their training camps, they haven't started yet. But guess what training camp started? What preseason has started? The NFL. We have football this weekend. We had one game last week. Everybody plays this weekend, starting Thursday. Will your team play? Will your team be out there to win? Remember, there's only 3 preseason games. 3. Can your team show us something in day one? People are making decisions right now. Murray is now QB1 in Minnesota. Everyone said, we knew that, Manny. We knew that was going to happen. They brought him in. They're only paying him $1.3 million because Arizona's paying the rest. But he is QB1. What will happen with Minnesota? Will they be a threat? They said that their head coach is a quarterback whisperer. Could tell them what to do. See what happened to Sam Darnold. But they didn't keep Sam Darnold. Is that the coach's fault or the GM's fault? GM got fired. Maybe it was the GM fault. Okay, but let's see what happens. Everybody talking about Donald, another Donald, coming back to the Rams. Would that make that defense something to play with? Now remember, last time we had a super team made up of all-stars that supposed to be going to Philly, talking about a dream team. They collapsed. Nothing happened. Okay, LA is banking on the last time the Super Bowl was in LA, the Rams was in the Super Bowl. The Rams won the Super Bowl. They betting on that. See what colors I got on, right? maybe that team might be in the Super Bowl for the AFC. But we'll see what happens with Kansas City, Buffalo, the Ravens. Okay? We'll see what happens with those teams before that orange and black team rises up. Then we had to talk about black, silver and black. The Raiders had a little controversy. You know, their top defensive player bumped their quarterback twice, got into a scuffle. But everyone's saying, why did the offensive line didn't jump in? Why wasn't there a brawl? Why didn't all 5 guys jump on that defensive player? Do you think in the heyday of the Giants, if a defensive player bumped Eli, that he wouldn't got smacked by some of the guys on the offensive line protecting their quarterback? That's why you see quarterbacks are brave to pop junk in defensive linemen's face, because they know that they boys is going to roll up and say, yo, what's your problem? But that didn't happen for Kirk Cousins. Maybe he's too new, or everybody know that Mendoza is the man there. That's the question. Kirk Cousins might start the season, but he might not finish there. Is your team ready for some football? Has all your answers, your questions been answered? We still got some guys getting paid, okay? Cowboys signed their defensive player. Okay, Tennessee signed their defensive player. I told you about the running backs last time we was on, got paid. So, who is next to get paid? Time is ticking. We must see who is next. Okay? Well, all these one-year deals, these show-me deals that some of these guys got, will they pay off for next year and get big contracts? We will see. It is time to shut up or put up right now. Put up or shut up. I'm sorry about that. Put up or shut up right now. Can your team do it? Worst to first. NFL is built that way. Okay? No one thought the Patriots were going to go to the Super Bowl last year, but they did. Okay? Seattle wasn't talked about this time last year, but they won it all. All these teams that y'all talking about disappeared in the playoffs, disappeared down the stretch. Sam Darnold was something to mess with, and no one's talking about him still right now. So will Seattle defend their crown without any problems? Or will somebody come out of the blue and surprise all of us? That's why they call it NFL preseason. Okay? You could hope right now. But when September rolls around, we will see who is ready to rock and roll. Is your team ready to rock and roll? I think mine is. Anytime a new head coach come around, they usually improve that first year. Can't say about the second year, but usually that first year is shocking, and then usually rises up to the occasion. So let's see. Is your team a winner or a pretender? We will see in a couple of weeks. We got 3 preseason games. We're going to rock and roll. Everyone gets to play this weekend. I am ready for some football. Are you? That's the question. And remember, we got baseball going on. Yankees, Dodgers, you know, who else is out there? The Rays. There's nothing to mess with. I like that name, Rays. But there's nothing to mess with right now. Okay? Boston, Philly, Milwaukee got the best record in baseball. Will the Dodgers catch them? That's the question. Yankees, can they catch the Rays? Is Boston going to be a factor? All these questions are rolling around, and when September hits, we have football, we got baseball coming down the stretch, and basketball training camps will open up. Are you ready right now? Right now, August is just like the pot is boiling. We're just waiting for it. It's just simmering right now. We're waiting for it to boil when September comes around, and we will see what will happen. There's still some people changing hands, free agents out there in football. Teddy Bridgewater retired. Okay, Detroit needs a backup quarterback. They picked one up. Is he the man for the backup job? See, things is happening. Little transaction.